When I first started secondary school, I felt a bit scared because none of the people from my primary school came here. Then a couple of days later I made a few friends and it got better and better.
When I first started secondary school, I felt nervous because I only know a few people, and I just felt like I wouldn't be able to fit in as much. And it was challenging at first, but then once you get to know people, it got better. Yeah.
My first day at secondary school, I obviously felt a bit nervous, but then because I still had my friends from primary, a couple of them, I just spoke to them, and then when I got into the classes, whoever was sat next to, I just talked to them.
Before starting secondary school, I was quite stressed because it was a big change for me as I hadn't made friends in a long time. But I got through it eventually.
When I started secondary school, I felt nervous.
I actually felt really nervous but really excited because I knew that it was such a bigger school and it's such a big change to what primary school was like, and there's a lot more there's so much more corridors and so much more classrooms to try and get to.
When I started secondary school, I felt very nervous because there was a lot of people that I didn't know.
The big changes were the homework because they're much harder and bigger, and the work because they got to prepare you for GCSEs.
Big changes from primary school to here was that it's much bigger and there's a lot more people and there's a lot more crowds, so you can get lost. That was the biggest thing. I got lost a lot. I overcome that by just talking to people and asking where's this and where's that. So that's what you got to do. If you can't do something, just ask someone, and then
Some of the big changes were having to go to different classes for each lesson. You'd have different teachers. You'd have different teachers as well, so you'd have to think about what classes you were going to, and just obviously the big school would be the main issue.
Some big changes were my primary was little and secondary is really big.
I think some of the big differences was there's so much more people in the school you've got to try and get around, and there's so much more classrooms and levels and floors that it's quite hard to just adjust really from your small school if you had a small school or to your big school now, that you just can't really adjust, but you get there eventually anyway.
Some of the big changes from primary school to secondary was that it was a much bigger school and I had to go and find every class every day. It was quite hard.
I made friends by communicating with people that were in my classes. Then I started expanding to people outside of my classes. I made a couple from my tutor group.
I made new friends by I find it quite easy to just start talking to people, and then talking to them more and more until you become closer, and then you become friends. So I found that easier because I've already met a load of people, so I've already had experience of making new friends because I've been in a lot of different areas.
My way of making friends would just be whoever you were sat next to in the seating plan, just talk to them, just be bold and talk to them.
I just make friends with the person I sat next to because we just started talking and then randomly it just popped out of nowhere.
I felt shy to others when I was making new friends. I made my first friend and I started feeling more confident.
I think when we're going around making friends is when you ask for help, you make friends anyway because you carry on asking for help and then you become just closer friends and you become closer. I think it's if you sit next to somebody, or if you just talk to someone really, it just makes it much easier.
Well, when I went about making friends, at the beginning I didn't have many friends, but I found them by walking around and just starting to say hi to people and just being friendly.
Just be yourself and communicate with people and just have fun.
My advice for someone who's scared they won't make any friends is that on the first couple of days it will be challenging and it will be a whole different environment, and it takes time to get used to it, but you see the same people every day and then you get to know them more and then they get to know you more, and then then you become friends easier by that way.
just go for it. Just like if whoever you're sat next to in the seating plan, just talk to them. Like, don't be scared.
Just be yourself. If your friends don't accept you for who you are, then they're not friends.
It doesn't matter who you are and who other people think of you. You can always make friends.
Just don't be scared. Everyone's going to be in the same boat as you. Just don't be scared and just go with the flow, really.
I would give advice that just start off by just saying hello and then try and build into your friendship.
My favourite thing about secondary school is all the performing that we do, all the shows that we do every year, and the amount of people that you meet through the shows, and just the joy of the things we look forward to at the end of the year.
Probably the teachers, because they're nice.
Mine be PE because you got like loads of people to challenge you. Like they always push you through it to like help you.
I like that there's lots of different subjects that I wasn't able to do in primary school. So my favourite subject is science because there's lots of interesting things that we don't think about. So I learnt about a lot of things in science in primary school, but secondary school just expanded it. Like we learn about the simplest things and how complex they can actually be. Like for example, us walking every day, it's actually pretty complex. You'll learn about it. I also like science club because we do lots of experiments and stuff. It's really fun.
Everything.
I think that my favourite thing about secondary school is the teachers are all so nice and your friends have always got your back for you and the teachers can just help you with any query or any questions that you've got. Well, I have lots really. I think my favourite subject most probably would say is PE, but I feel like there's something for everybody anyway. There are lots and lots of clubs after school like trampolining, football and rugby, and there's even like table tennis, drama club as well, but there really isn't something for everybody anyway. Even if like you don't feel like there's something for you, just try something else.
My favourite thing is that I've made lots of new friends and most of their lessons.
My top tip for the New Year 7s is to ask for help if they need it, and when they first come on their first day, try and look around and see what where you're going to be for the next however years.
Just try your hardest. Don't get on the teacher's bad side. Like stay on their good side, and just have fun with it.
So my top tips is just to be yourself and just don't be scared.
Ask for help and don't give up.
Just be yourself.
Just stay calm.
Don't be worried. Just be bold and go for it.